Hello, welcome back. Last time I got the first level of this tower done, so all those rooms are clear, and I actually got all the keys this time. I didn't at first. So 10 star keys on me. Did I get one in this room? Why do I have 10 instead of 9? I did get one in this room. One per room. Alright. I'm gonna try and get them all before I do anything else, probably. So this looks pretty straightforward. Ice puzzles. Okay. So this is the equivalent of that room. Here. Got it? Alright. Oh, can't go there. I can go... Oh boy! Okay, let's enter this from another spot, maybe. Bobsled, or... Where? How does this start? This is where I went first. I may have to enter from another angle. Okay, so let's just do a quick little look around here. Just to get a lay of the land. Yep, so we've shrunken by 2 tiles. Okay, there's a waypoint here. Sometimes I want those to be activated ahead of time. Just seems like a good idea. Sure. Alright. Lots of stuff going on. One more room in the corner. Okay, so now I was trying to start with Bobsled. Let's figure out where this probably wants me to start from. I'm thinking maybe here? Or maybe that's the exit point. Here's another reasonable possibility. So, this spot? Well, if I did that, and then this... everything would fire at once. I don't think this is what I'm doing. Where do I start from? Here? So if I've done that... Okay, what am I trying to do in this room? Got those monsters to kill. How are you going to die? When this is used, so that will explode this, and then nothing more will happen. Feels like you want me to waypoint up on top of this. These are all trapdoors. Am I setting up statue pushers to let me ride this? Yeah, so you're the hard one to kill. Okay. Can I... let's see, statues just block the way until they're disposed of, so you can't actually erase one by walking into a room where it is. So this is opened by that. I think maybe a reasonable first move would look like... Actually, how do I activate that waypoint? You are allowing me to do it almost. I guess this is just part of the puzzle here. Okay. Waypoint activated, room exited, so those are available to me. So I could use a waypoint to start on that block. I don't think that's what makes sense though, but what if I did? I mean, nothing would happen. Oh shoot, that was a one-way... Ah, dang it! Can't escape this. Did it warn me that was one way? Probably. I wasn't listening though. Yeah, it sure did. I'm not in the habit of looking here, as it turns out. Okay, so what if I started there? Could be that that's what it wants. So a whole issue with that seems like... I need to do this and then waypoint here, with some amount of statues awake. So my goal is to be statue pushed in such a way that I end up next to this angry eye to kill it. Then I can hop over the wall, and the purpose of all of these is to set up a kill for all the statues that I've trapped in an isolated space. Like, for example, one needs to go here in this situation so it can push southeast and I can ride that way. Another one would need to go here so it can push west as I go over that. Funny that this is icy. And then another one there. So that just takes 3. What's your story? Okay. How am I gonna start this? This is a lot. So I have to have both of these drop themselves. That'll get repacified. This will... Now hold on. There's a secondary problem here. If I'm on this side, and I want to take care of all of these angry eyes... This is all pacified. They can shoot each other, like, you can shoot that way. And then I guess these can shoot... Okay, so have this shoot north. Well, how will I do that? No, hang on, these get repacified. Okay, so this one can shoot both ways because it won't get shot back at because it's repacified with this opening those again. Okay. Okay, so that's how cleanup's gonna work, but how do I start? I mean, statue allocations, let's... Whoops! Let's set some marks. So this is gonna be a statue, sure. This is going to be a statue, this is going to be a statue, and... Oh, so I can't just stick one here because I'll get pushed this way by it. I don't have the same problem in these two locations. Okay, so you're going to push this over here. If this is pit... I want to test something real quick. And I don't want you to be involved. Sure. Or you. Or you. Just go away. Or you. Alright, you're leaving me alone enough. So that's about how I would set up statue B. Sure. Is this a reasonable place to start from? Oops. Here, I want to clear that checkpoint, actually. There. I think it's fine, probably, maybe? Okay, yeah, so there's some... Hang on, so I'm not done marking. If I'm waypointing from B to here, this one pushes me there, and that's great. It's not quite, though, because then you remain alive, and after I get the push from... Hang on, so this will push first, that'll push second, then I have to kill north, because I will be to your south at that point. So in one turn, I'll get pushed this way and this way. So kill statue A to the north. B has given me a boost. Whoever ends up here will give me the next boost. I don't think I use this ice for anything. Probably. Whoever ends up here will give me the next boost, but then I have problems. Because I cannot get a northwest push from someone here, because they will first push me northeast, and if that didn't happen, they would then push me north. Ah, so that's what the extra statues are for. Check this out. I put rubble here, and rubble here. Okay, do I have enough statues for this? So if this is a star, and then that's a skull, so yeah, live statue, dead statue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks good. Okay. So that's the plan. To carry it out... Well, this is immediately doable. That one over there I could make happen. This I'm going to have to do last, I think. You I can do second last. Other way around. This one is last, this one's second last. So it kind of goes counterclockwise from here. You I can ignore forever until I'm ready to do everything. Okay. So how would I get a statue into this spot? I'm gonna say maybe I would drop like this. Then come all the way down and actually I want... If I activate you... I can do things this way, maybe it's okay. You didn't find your way to me. Well, maybe that's okay too. I don't really like it. Let's do that differently. That will not find its way all the way up here. No, I have... Well, what if a later one does? Like, you could... Yeah, but you'd go that way. You could... Well, but I need you there. Let's see, this'll drop that, so you'll actually go on this path. So then that will work. Okay, so this is the one that goes here. Let's, color that. So you are a green star. And I guess then statue C. Yeah, okay, so it knows what that rubble came from, of course. So you're the yellow skull. I don't know who this skull is, that's uncolored. You can be red star, I guess. You can be purple star or something. That was magenta. Well, you can be purple star. There. So then, one of these is that skull, one of them is that star. Doesn't really matter which is which. I think the skull's a little easier to deal with, so let's do it first. So I will say you, then, are cyan skull. Leaving this one to be orange star. Sure. Okay. So that's my allocation. So cyan skull is the next thing I deal with. How did I get here? I walked this way. Okay. So I want... I'm gonna walk all the way in like this, I think? That should be okay. That should be okay. So then orange star makes it where it's going. Green star is awake. That's fine, I'm ready for green star. Good, okay. Purple star, I will be awakening from up here, I guess, so you are the actual last one I do. That's fine. Okay. I think I'm good now. So drop this, and that. Careful how you route here, but I don't need to access this part of the field anymore. This is fascinating. Walk like this. Purple star gets where it's going, red star got where it was going, and I think everything's ready. I need to actually hit the switch. Boom. As planned, make the kill. If I don't, that will happen, and that's no good. Oh, I have miscalculated. Of course, I'm not going northwest here. How correct are the rest of my calculations? So if that had happened, I would end up over this, and you wouldn't be able to touch me. No, 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 none of this is right. Oh, this is all wrong. Okay, so... I mean, red star is correct, but everything else is not. Okay. Well, here, I mean, like, none of this is relevant anymore. Okay, so let's try that again. So if I'm sliding west on this, the problem with this being here isn't really a problem. So this shape where like I can drop that trapdoor is what allows this diagonal turn to work easily. But here, this can't be dropped and that can't be dropped, so I can't just park a statue here and have it enclosed to push me southeast. Would I prefer to go a different route? I feel like there's a few different ways this could be done. Like if I just had one taxi from here to somewhere and then one more to the north, I wouldn't have to follow the recommended ice path. But I don't think that's how things are going to work out. Okay, let's think... but you're just in the way. Whoops. Okay. So, making this turn is a problem. If I am sliding west, do I want your assistance further? So if I would go... Now, okay, hold on, let's see this again. I get slid there. I could get slid there. I could have chosen not to drop this, which would put me not quite in the right place for dealing with you. But theoretically, if this trapdoor was still intact, statue A would get me to a place where you would push north. If you had been here, you would push northwest. Statue A would still be riding next to me but wouldn't touch me, and if this trapdoor hadn't been dropped, I would stop on it and get pushed west and keep getting pushed west. Yeah, so that's a way to do a messy solution that doesn't involve the ice. But I think the layout of this makes it pretty clear that this turnaround is supposed to happen as I had it set up, but I can't do that here. So, what do instead? I feel like it's very likely I kill statue A here, and I slide, but then what? After I've slid, that'll put me out over the air here. A statue could be pushing southeast, which would just get me stuck there. East, which would take me back this way again. Probably not what I want. Northeast, which is clearly no good. And those are the only directions from that make any sense. Yeah, so what's with this then? Oh boy. Okay, so let's consider the idea of a messier solution. You're not angry enough. nothing's happening here. Having this push me, then I would slide first, then you would push again. I mean, this would actually work with just the 3 statues, so you would push west, this one would stay with me and take me southwest through here, one that's locked away in this spot would send me northwest. No, I would only get this far and then start getting pushed west by the statue A that's still following me. I would need then a north pusher to become exposed here, which I think I could do. Well, that might be tough though. How would I set that up? Yeah, I can't just like drop these 3 and have a statue stuck there. That's not going to happen. Because as I was slid by, then this one would come out and start pushing north and get me in range of the Angry Eye. So the fact that this is not a trapdoor prevents me from parking a statue here permanently and using it to push myself this way. And I have a similar problem down here. Okay, so let's work backward. How could I get onto this diagonal? Well, I would have to be pushed northwest. So I'd need a statue here, and I would need to hang over this spot. Ah, okay, so what if, after I'd been pushed that way, I get rebounded to the northeast, then to the south, which would put me perfectly... Okay, so that's promising. Let's call this red star. Let's call this orange star. Let's call this yellow star. And I suppose you can be green star now. So you'd become blue. Cyan, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more somehow has to resolve this. The problem is that this is ice. Do I need that one solitary statue to actually have a trapdoor track that leads toward me? And then it gets the statue A treatment in this spot? I think that's what I want. Okay, so you will end up on solid ground. How would this happen, though? Okay, well, let's imagine the timing then. So one turn passes while I'm up there. I would have it... I'm imagining something that's like, you know, a path that's like... something like that. So statue is there, gets unhooked, walks over this way with a delay, and eventually ends up pushing southeast from here. Problem is, it doesn't get to unhook... Yes, it does. So despite what it looks like, this statue would have moved northeast by the time I get there. So I spent enough time at that location for a statue to unhook itself. Now, can I get a sufficient delay to make that work? With this shape, okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd be here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I think this shape is correct. Alright, so if that's the shape I wanted to end up in... So that means... this is blue star. Okay. So that's my blue star location, and then... traversable path. Let's make that white square, I guess. That means don't drop this trapdoor. Okay. That seems doable, because I'll never need to go north of this row until I'm fully resolving the room. Okay. Let's do that one first. Maybe. No, I want to do... Okay. Who do I want to do first? I have a lot of carving to do. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do yellow star first. Yellow star is prepared. Let's do orange star next. Okay, we'll have to wake it up from... Ah, that's a problem with doing yellow star first. Let's not do yellow star first, because I want to awaken things from the west here. Orange first. To do that, I guess I'll go... this way. Eesh. I guess I'll drop these and then go that way? Ah, you dropped a yellow spot. That's no good. Okay. So yeah, some dependency issues here. So I dropped the things around the red star without actually doing anything about it. Maybe this is where I learn I want to start from here. Let's try that. So if I would... let's see. Yeah, maybe. That's still enough room for yellow star to get where it's going. Okay. And I can do that now-ish, although I don't like having dropped those. Ooh, I don't like having dropped those. Let's get that earlier. Like this. Okay. Yellow. Not ready to wake that up just yet. Or am I? If I had prepared red, I could be. So let's prepare red while here. Do I have the ability to do that? Maybe? Kinda? I think I can work with that, yeah. How am I getting to this waypoint? From the north route? But then how's Blue Star getting where it's going? Maybe I take the north route now? Eee. I didn't know about this. Yeah, not really feeling like this is likely to work. Yeah, there's a lot of problems here. Okay, sure, red is in place. How's blue gonna get there? It's not, ever. Don't have time. Could you be red, maybe? Maybe you could be red. Okay. Could you be blue, maybe? I think you can't ever. Yeah, no. If I had avoided dropping this? Did I have a way to do that? Not really, no. Okay, so I need to carve red differently, I think. Okay, so yeah, now the puzzle is the carving. So I could start from here. Why has that changed anything? It has not. A statue is going across this. The problem is, a statue going across here is just never going to get on blue. I need a different carve for blue, but how would I do that? Okay, so while I'm over here, perhaps I can... I'd rather not touch those. Maybe I can avoid touching them. Could I work with this? If I later carve... Oh, hang on. Then I can go... Well, that's just cutting off blue entirely. Not what I want. Could blue come in on that route and do the carving on the way to red? I need to get in there and do something with this, but maybe? I have no exit. Well, what if I don't drop that yet? This is not acceptable, but maybe I can have you drop it on the way in? Well, if I'm doing that, then I need to cut off this corner. Just not leaving a way for this to happen. I might have something. So ignoring everything else. I guess I can't ignore yellow and orange. So the one that will become orange is going to act as the yellow carver or something. Let's see, how was that? It was like this. Sort of. Yellow can go here. Red can hold off for a second and then go there. Can blue make it somehow? Well, I can't wake it up with yellow there. Can I arrange to be able to do that somehow? I don't think so. Okay, so I need red, what was going to be red, to be blue instead. If I just don't do that... And you help me out with red somehow, like this. Yes, that's some good carving, thank you. Okay. I needed to have dropped these, though. It's important that this be a... Yeah, I think this has to be a smooth surface that also gets you moving southeast here. So those had to go. Well, alright, I'm learning about what my problems are. This needed to have been dropped, and probably some more of those too. Because that's not sufficiently contained. Also, I don't want to awaken you yet, but I can avoid. Alright, so I have a red containment problem. I think I can go back and drop specifically... Ooh. This might end up being okay? Something like that? This is the blue path. Well, shapes are emerging. That's not the blue path, you're gonna go this way. So if you're dropping that, then I don't need to. I drop this? Maybe. That can later become red. Okay, so I'm going to have a problem, but I think... maybe not quite as many as I was going to have last time. This needed to have been dropped. Green just needs these gone mostly. Whoa! Okay, right, yeah, so I have that red problem. Red is not configured correctly. Just gonna have to pretend that it is. Why is red there? To push south. Okay, so that won't become a problem for a bit. I can maybe test the rest of this first. Whoops! How did I drop? Okay. No, well... I needed that, then keep these. Wah! So I just need to get over here and drop specifically that one. And I think the rest of this maybe works. No, but then these need to go too. Probably. Could I drop... I could drop this. No, I can't. No, because you had to join my path. That was part of my solution. Alright, well, let's see it. You're already moving, and... oh, that does work! Okay, so that part's not a problem. Yeah, if I had my red pusher, this would be fine. Okay, so all I need to do is find a way to have dropped this trapdoor in particular. Everything else... just... in case I need to review that. So how do I drop that trapdoor? I think I have the room to get up to it. I didn't need to avoid that, I can just widen this loop. Okay, and then put in everything else the same way, which I'm already ready to do this part, I think. Right? Okay. Yeah, this was a little messier than I planned, but only a little bit. That red's not gonna get there. Okay, so if I dropped this instead and had you go north, that would work better. I must not have dropped this on my previous attempts, maybe? So hang on, if I do this, I think? What about you? Oh, I can have red drop you, actually. Okay. Right, I did red before yellow, that's why that worked out better that previous time. There we go, you're enclosed. Good, okay. I think this fulfills my requirements. Oops, I forgot something. Okay. Blue is moving, that's... Oh, I need to kill that. Oh. Oh, because there was red rubble here, that was why that worked, and now there's not. That's not going to work the same way. Okay. No, I really have to make sure that those get dropped. Who's gonna do that? Well, I guess me. But then I disrupted my blue path, so I need to have done it... Oh, okay. That changes a lot of things. Maybe I want to go over the top. Yeah, let's do the... you're fine. We'll go over the top. Cut these out now. How do I save a blue path that actually leads there? I guess like this, and let red take care of this one, because I can make that happen. Okay, I think that's a pattern I can... Wait, no. No, the problem is dropping this... Yeah, the problem is dropping that. Oh. Can I make this work? I can make this work. I think. No. Only if I'm far enough north of Blue Star as it's journeying here that it will decide, like assuming I drop this, that it'll decide to go north here instead of west. Like, I'd like to preserve this trapdoor, but I can't do that while also dropping these the way that I am. Or could I... No. Do I have to cross over there? Can I leave some sort of diagonal connection between here and here? No, because if I'm entering there, I'm exiting here, and that cuts off this path of ingress completely from where the blue star is. Yeah, so basically like this, this, and this together make it look like I can't do what I want to do. Why not? Why can't I do Why is dropping that invalid? Remind me. Because if a statue's coming in this way... Right, because I'm going to be to its west, and it'll decide to go west instead of north here. Like, I can't convince you to follow this route. You will go west instead. Do I set up some sort of bracket to keep it in place while I get far enough north, which would be... like in one of those places? Do I maybe follow this route out while one is angry at me, and that becomes the blue star? Okay, that's an idea. Is that not going to overlap with one of these, though? Well, maybe not. Okay. So let's entertain that idea, just in isolation. So if I have an angry one of you... You're running directly over red, which I don't like. And if you didn't... Oh, and you're too close to me, too. Not great. Very problematic. Okay, so I need another carving pattern that will work here. Or something else that will do this job? Maybe my placing you here is unnecessary. You could go farther west. Maybe. Could you, though? Because then you'd have an exit there, and you wouldn't really stay in place. Could you end up in, like, this spot? Okay, first of all, could something end up in that spot? No. Well, that's a pretty direct blue path. So hold on, if the very first one is blue, does that solve my problems? Only if this is already dropped, and that's impossible, while keeping that intact. Well, what if I drop a little more of this on the way? Maybe I can work with that. This might be possible, as it is. For it to be possible as it is. I would need to have... Okay, yeah, you're the one who dropped this. Of course you are. That's fine, isn't it? I think that's fine. Okay. So this old process... Yellow path looks a little different from normal. Ah, because a statue carved part of it. I think I can work with that. So if you carve like this... I don't like these. I don't like those at all. Well, can't you who's becoming orange fix my problem? Yes, you can. Thank you. You're so nice. So let's say this is red. Ah, shoot, you're not coming from the north, so that's not blocked off. Could a later one be red and come in this way? Then how does this get dropped? I guess it gets dropped like this. Yeah. Ooh. Well, let's try it. There probably is just overall a much less messy way to do all of this. So Red, how far north can you get? Can you go where I want you? You can! How very cooperative. Okay. And I still have this bridge, and I think all my requirements are fulfilled. What about those two? Those are going to be an issue. When was I in there? I was never in there. Well, hang on, can you fix that issue? Okay, you're yellow. If I just have you stomp around a little more here... Yeah, you fix that issue for me! How nice! Okay, good. Drop these two. Get this happening. Now we might be in business. Okay. Blue star is moving, you need to die, that's looking good. You did your job. Excellent. Get catapulted around a lot and everything looks great. Okay, I think this works. Assuming cleanup's not gonna be weird in any way. Yeah, you moved around, that's okay. You'll get trapped here now, don't leave the room. Okay, so... statues die. A statue could theoretically have blocked another statue. I would need two, like, I need one here and here to interfere with this spot. Like, yeah, that's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots did not get beamed. 6 if you count that. But it all worked out. Okay. You shoot there, you shoot there. Whoops. And there we go, room is solved. Okay, that was complicated and very satisfying to do. Nice. Alright, so, big upgrade in difficulty at least for this room. Just the complexity of trapdoor carving. That's always gonna be a thing. Alright, so, next time, other rooms on this level.